What up, Winbush here. In After Effects, they just dropped the AI rotoscoping tool that you can get inside the beta version of After Effects, and it's called Object Map. And before we get into that, if you want to have access to it, all you need is Adobe Creative Cloud, and you just come over here to Apps, and come over here to Beta, and you want to make sure that you're running the latest version of After Effects Beta, in which right now is 26.2. So with After Effects Beta opened up, let me take that clip that I was showing there on my laptop, because this is something that I was working on. Now, I had worked on a Garfield movie a couple of years ago for the theatrical campaign, and we needed to rotoscope this clip of Chris Pratt out, which was a pain in the butt back then. But let me see if we can actually use the object tool to make this a lot more smoother. So to be able to access that, we're gonna come up here to the top where we have this box. And if you hover over it, it's gonna say Object Map Tool. We're gonna click on this, and then I'm just gonna double click on my viewport. And that's going to open up a dual window, which let me drag this over, because this is where we're going to access the object tool, which if I hover over him, you can already see he's starting to turn purple. But before we actually double click on him, I want to come back over here, and I'm going to hold this down, and I'm going to come down here to Refine the Edge tool. Now, the reason I'm selecting this is because if I come over here and I select his hair, I'm just going to outline where his hair is at, and that's going to give me a better mask for whenever I use the Object Map tool. There we go. So somewhere around there, and you'll see that it's going to highlight white. So now I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to highlight my Object Map tool, and then I'm going to select Chris here, double click on him, and boom, there we go. So you can see on the left-hand side with the alpha channel right behind him, it's actually pulling in a pretty good matte. Now, if I drag this over a little bit, you can see that we have some attributes that we could click on. So if I come down here to use motion blur, I'm going to turn this on, and then decontaminate edge colors, I'm going to turn this on as well. And that's going to give me a little bit better matte here on my outside. And then if I just come down here to my timeline, I'm going to hit 0 on my keyboard, and we're just going to let this RAM preview out. So I have it RAM previewed at almost about 3 seconds. So I'm going to stop it right here. I'm going to hit 0 on the keyboard again. Let this play out. And you can see it's not doing a bad job there. Let me end it at about 3. I'm going to hit N on my keyboard to bring it to exactly 3 seconds there, a little bit over. But you can see we have a little bit of chatter in there, but for the most part, it's doing a pretty good job holding everything up. So, I mean, I can always go in here and I could kind of redefine some of the tools. Like if I select right here where it says Find Tool Object Map, if I turn this on, you can see that these attributes are going to highlight now. So I can actually reduce some of the matte there if I wanted to. So where it says Shift Edge, I could bring this down a tad bit. Where it says reduce chatter, we can always bring this up, and you can redefine this to your heart content. But I would say just on the first pass, this is actually doing a pretty good job. Like I really wish I had this a couple of years ago when I worked on this project. Now, I'm sure I could get a pretty good matte if I took the time to really dial it in, but I want to test it out on some old projects that I did for client work back in the day. This time for the Ellen show, when I worked at Warner Brothers, I worked with Ellen on several projects, and rotoscoping came up a couple of times. If we look, we can see Ellen, she's just walking out. Behind there, you know, we're backstage at the on a Warner Brothers lot there. So let's start at maybe around here. I'm going to hit B on my keyboard, and let's end it maybe right where she turns around. So somewhere around there possibly. So I want to get this clip and I want to roto it, because back in the day we wanted to have like text in there. So like, you know, text would be integrated inside the environment. And this was just literally shot on a cell phone, as you can see right here. I mean, the footage isn't really that great, but they wanted like a grimy look for it. So let's come over and we're going to do, this time I'm just going to use the Object Map tool. I'm going to double click on this. That's going to open this up again. And when I hover over Ellen, you can see that she's highlighted purple. So I'm going to double click on this. And you can see it did a pretty bang up job right off the bat. So I'm not even going to mess around with any of these attributes. Let me see what this pulls through. So I'm going to hit 0 on my keyboard, and we're just going to wait for this to roto out. Now, if I just scrub through this, you can see that it's holding up pretty well. Like this is already way better than what I would get from the Roto brush. And I barely had to do any work. Like I literally just clicked on her and just let After Effects do its job. Now let's look at it inside of the RAM preview. So I'm going to come down here to my timeline, hit 0. That's actually pretty impressive. Like, you know, we have to do a little bit of refinement there just because on our outline, we're still seeing a little bit of the footage in there, but we could easily choke that down. But I would say that I'm pretty impressed with the results that I'm getting here so far. Now, there's one more shot that I wanted to test out. Again, this was just shot behind scenes with Ellen. I know that there's not a lot of contrast right here. This is what I'm really hoping that we could pull through. So let me come back up here, redefine edge. I'm gonna double click on this, because this was a pain in the butt back in the day. So I want to see what kind of job it could do with the hair there. I'm guessing that there might not be enough contrast for it to really pull anything through. Even down here where her mouth is, because you have the wood back there, like everything blended in too much. So we had to hand rotoscope this back in the day, but let's see if we could get some better results or even something that's going to be helpful. Now, when I hover over her, you can already see that it's highlighting her pretty well. So I'm going to click on her. That's pretty good right there, if I say so myself, even though it's not picking up the chair down here, but that's okay. Let's see what happens when I hit 0 on my keyboard, and let's do a RAM preview. And you can see there's a lot of chatter up there, which that's what I was kind of expecting. And again, this is inside of beta, so hopefully it's going to be able to tell the difference in future versions of this. But I would say for a start, this is actually pulling out a pretty good matte. Like if you look around, just like her shoulders and down here around her arm, even in between, like right here where her arm and her midsection is holding up pretty well. So the only issue I would say is around the hair area and even around the mouth, you know, like right there, you can see that it chattered a little bit. I could go in here and try to redefine it, but I did mess around with this earlier. I wasn't able to get anything that was up to satisfaction, but I would say for the actual person, this pulls out a pretty good matte. Now, this is a tool I know a lot of people are asking about for a long time because it was inside of Adobe Premiere. I have a couple of friends that use it on the editing side, and it seems like it does a pretty good job. I'm glad to see it finally inside of After Effects. It is in beta right now, so that means that they're going to keep constantly improving it. But let me know down in the comments, have you tried it out? What do you think of it? And as always, stay fresh, keep creating, and I'll catch you in the next video. I see you soon. Take care.